Those are aerosols, right?
But it makes
And
for a lovely sunset. Let's be
right.
for real.
Makes a lovely sunset. It's super bad for your health.
Right.
When you burn fossil fuels, you burn coal, you produce these aerosols that are super bad for your health. And once they
My
rain
emphysema
down,
has never been worse. But it's a beautiful sunset.
Let him finish. I want to hear this. I need to hear this.
I'm just trying to think.
so they come down, and they come down. Mostly, we burn them very close to where we live. They stay in the air, but they are below the clouds. So whenever then there's rain, they just get washed
Lost
out.
away. Right.
So actually, currently, we
Just to be clear, a raindrop forms on these particles and
it
takes it out
absorbs
of the
not as much for sulfate. Sulfate is actually not as good as a cloud nuclei as other kind of particles. Not all aerosol particles.
But when they
make for
say
good
something,
cloud
things
nuclei.
rain out, they typically mean that the droplet formed on these particles?
No, it can also mean that the droplet, while falling, absorbs
Absorbs it.
these
Oh.
tinier particles.
Got it.
That's
Literally
that's
washing
called
them out
wet
of the sky.
deposition or washout of
Washing them
aerosols.
And what's the real term?
Wet deposition
Wet
or
deposition.
washout.
Cool, I love
yeah,
that.
or washout.
I love that.
Yeah. So normally we emit, as humans, just as pollution, over 100 million tons of sulfur dioxide, which is the precursor of all sulfate aerosols, per year. 100 million tons. It's a lot. And most of that falls down close to where we live, right?
Yeah.
Acid rain, people who are alive in the 80s, not me, but people who are alive in the 80s will remember acid rain. That were because
Wait,
before...
just so I get my chemistry, remember my
Yeah.
chemistry. Sulfur dioxide is not itself acid, but if you combine with a hydrogen, you get hydrogen H2SO4,
Yes.
which is itself sulfuric acid.
Yes, so-
and that would be the acid rain.
SO2 gets oxidized by OH, the radical OH, which is present everywhere in the atmosphere.